Hello there everyone, my name is Rexy and welcome back to some more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Last time we played a lot of chess with Flick and we saved the final challenge for this episode. So we're gonna do it right now. Let's prove to him for once and for all that we are the true chess master. So he's gonna drop a beast of a puzzle on us, so let's go. Too Many Queens Part 4. Now again it tells us how the queen can move, but we've been over that. You have 3 queens positioned on an 8x8 chessboard, so an actual real size chessboard this time. Place the remaining 5 queens on the board so that no piece blocks another's line of movement. This is a tough one. Alright, so now you can see we have 3 gold queens already placed on the board, and we can't move those or we can't do anything with those. And we have these 5 remaining ones that we need to place on the board. Now we already know that this second row we can't place any queen. This 4th row and 5th row we can't place any queens. So let's start here with this first row. In this very corner we can't because of the queen on the 5th row. That blocks it diagonally like that. Here we can't go because of this one, here we can go because of this one, and this one again. This one also can go because of both of these actually. So we're stuck between choosing between one of these 3 pieces on the board. Now as I've said, the corner pieces generally we want to avoid it. So let's see if this will work for us. We can always move it later if we want to. Now next up we're gonna find something on the 3rd row. Now again this is all blocked, but here these final 3 are again our choice, except this middle one we can't because of the piece we already placed, and because of this one actually, so that is double taken already. So I'm gonna put it in the corner here. I think the other place might work as well, but we'll just go for this and see how it goes. So now we only have 3 queens remaining, so we're making pretty good progress. Let's see here. We can't place it in either of these 2, not in these 3 either, or in these 2. Really, the only location that we can place it in is this one, because pretty much every other is already covered by one of the other queens. So that wasn't a hard one to place at all. Now for our next one, we can't put it in any of these. This would be a possibility if not for this one that blocks it diagonally. So this one isn't an option, this one is an option, and these 2 places aren't an option either. So really, again, we don't have much choice. They say this is a much harder one, but really if you just deduct the places that you already can't place one, it becomes pretty easy. Now for the final one, you just need to look which column doesn't have one yet, and that is this one. So we're gonna place it here in the bottom corner, and this should give us the solution.
That should do it. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yep, and that is the solution to it. So we solved it pretty damn good. Check and mate. That's right, Nick. Oh, Nick. I've been calling him Flick. My bad. It's Nick. Yeah, we are the chess masters. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I like that title. We are the chess masters. Alright, now let's head over to the park now, because we've played chess for long enough. What's this sign say? The park is closed. Let's ask someone at the village hall. Alright, well, chapter 7, The Abandoned Park. So let's head over to Rodney at the village hall and see if he can tell us something more about why the park is closed. So we're entering the blue door here and talking with Rodney. The gate to the park is locked shut. It's impossible. Who's the caretaker? I wonder who it is. Have we met him? Oh no, it's the park caretaker's job. Okay, well, who is it? Or where might we find him? That's good. He doesn't really know. Yeah, who manages the caretaker? I feel like it should be your duty. But you don't really know. Yeah, that's pretty poor bureaucracy. It's a tough word to pronounce. Anyway, the village sewer systems. So, I suppose we'll have to see if he's maybe in the sewer. Yeah, we haven't searched there, so hey, we might as well go in the only manhole that there is on the way to the park. So, let's go look for that manhole. Let's exit here and head over to the left because the manhole is actually right here near Polly, so on the floor. What are you barking about, boy? Is there a hint coin somewhere here? Okay, there it is. So yeah, we're gonna go into the manhole now, into the sewers. And hey, what are you up to? Are you the caretaker? Yeah, are you the park caretaker? You look like you have a safari outfit on, so maybe you are. Maybe there's wild lions in the park. Oh, no, he isn't. He's an explorer of El Mundo, and he's trying to familiarize with the local culture. So that's interesting. He's like an anthropologist or something. It's interesting. Oh, wait one moment. A man in work clothes. Alright. Well, which way did he go? Probably to the right. Or maybe the left. Well, that's not very helpful. And, oh, Layton, directionally challenged for an explorer. Well, he sure does seem to be that way. But he doesn't know much about the local geography here. So maybe that's why he doesn't know much about this place. Oh, which way to the village? I'd say that's up. Up would get you back to this village. Now, before we take any of the paths, let's check out the manhole cover here for an interesting puzzle. Yeah, a hidden puzzle. 120. Get the ball out. I don't get why they find this puzzle by looking at a manhole opening, but hey, it is what it is, I suppose. Can you get the red ball out of the maze? Slide obstructing blocks out of the way to clear a path for the ball. This problem can be solved in 20 moves. Okay, we're gonna start out here by moving this blue block to the right, and then we can move this purple block down into the hole. We can put this yellow one down here to make some space for this purple one to move down. So we can move this blue one over. Next up, I think we want to put this one here to create some more space, and then we can move this purple one all the way over so it's out of the way. This tiny purple one was being a little bit annoying to us. Next up, I think we want to, what do we want to do? Maybe move this green one up? I think that might be good. And then we can move this blue one up, and then we can move these blue ones all the way over. Again, these dragon puzzles don't seem to work with me too perfectly, but well, it's something I'll have to deal with. Alright, and now we can move this to the side, and we can move it all the way down. All the way, please. Alright, so we're getting close. Next up, what can we do next? We can move this like this like this to the side, and move it in. We used 3 moves more than necessary, but hey, I think we did pretty good aside from that.
Professor, I've solved it!
Alright, we've solved it. It was a bit of a pain, but we got it in the end. Alright, let's go find some more puzzles. That's a good idea, Luke. Let's take the left path first. We don't really know which we need to take. Hey, Station, are you the park caretaker? Yeah, we didn't expect here, but hey, if you're the caretaker. Alright, it's right past this pipe, but we can't cross it. Why? Oh, we can't leave the village? Huh, well, I wasn't really looking to leave the village, but alright then. I suppose you can give us a puzzle regardless. Which boxes to move? In preparation for your big move, you've packed your belongings into 20 boxes and arranged them as shown below. With everything packed, you are now ready to label each box with its contents. In order to do so, you'll need to move a few boxes around. With how many of the boxes can be labeled without rearranging the stacks? Okay, now there are 20 boxes in total, so that's a good start to know. And we just, let's see here, we have this one here in a stack of 4 that should all be able to be labeled. So those 4 already we know can be labeled. Next up we have this stack here of these 2, and of course there's this one, this one, this one. There's this one, but the one below it can't be labeled. So that's one we can't label. There's this one, and neither of the 2 below it can be labeled. And all of these are at the back side, so all of them should be able to be labeled. So it's just the one underneath this one here, and the 2 underneath that one here that can't be labeled. So that's 2 plus 1 is 3 that can't be labeled out of 20. So, yeah, just the 3 that we can't label. Really, I don't know why I was trying to do math there. It's not necessary.
Luke, here's my answer.
Alright, we got the correct answer. And yep, these are the boxes that you can't see, and here you have a few from the top. And yep, those boxes can't be moved. Thank you, Station. And yeah, you are our kind of man too. You are an awesome guy with an awesome name. Alright, well, thank you. I'm glad that we're welcome here in St. Mystere, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be making it my permanent residence. So let's move up here, and we can get a nice view of the river here. And hey, what are you barking about? Oh, it's the Layton Mobile. Yeah, it's quite an interesting way, but I suppose it makes sense to lead sewers into a river. But yeah, it's the Layton Mobile, and it's cause for another puzzle. 85 train speed. A train with a length of 100 meters takes 30 seconds to travel over a 400-meter bridge. Assuming that the train's speed is constant, how many kilometers per hour is it traveling at? Alright, first off, the train itself is 100 meters, plus the 400 meters of the bridge means that it's traveling 500 meters in 30 seconds. So that's good to know. We now have a distance per time unit, but it's in meters and in seconds rather than kilometers and hours. So we'll want to convert that. 500 meters is pretty easy. That is 0.5 kilometers. You know, it's simply just dividing by 100, I believe. Now, or 1,000, sorry. 1,000, dividing by 1,000. So we travel 0.5 kilometers per 30 seconds. Now we want to convert these 30 seconds into hours, right? Because that's what we really need to do. Well, 30 seconds is basically 0.5 minutes. So we now know that we travel 0.5 kilometers in half a minute. So if we simply multiply the amount of minutes times 60, or well, no, 0.5 minutes for 0.5 kilometers. So that means that we travel 1 kilometer, in 1 minute. So that means that there are 60 minutes in an hour, so we can simply multiply it by 60, and that means we travel 60 kilometers in an hour. And that should give us the correct answer.
I think I've got it! Professor, I've solved it!
And that is correct. And here you can see a more calculation and a very big explanation of it all. Sterling work. That's an interesting word. I hadn't heard of that. Ooh, a fossil. I'll give Luke the fossil. I've just been giving it pretty randomly. But yeah, there's nothing more that we can do here. I mean, maybe we can find some hint coins or something, but I don't really spot anything. So let's head back inside the sewers, and let's see if the right path leads us to the park caretaker. Oh, and also I've just noticed we've solved 100 puzzles, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's talk with this guy here. Sylvain. Hello there, now what can I do for you fellows? Oh, are you the park caretaker, is he? Oh, he is. Or he seems to be. He'd like to open it, but he has to finish a repair job. Alright, well maybe we can help. Maybe it's a puzzle. Alright, so it is good. Let's see if we can help him so we can get to the park quicker with Puzzle 86, Squares and Circles. Sylvain brought you this diagram to see if you can help him with it. Several circles and squares are pictured in the diagram below. How many times larger is the area of the blue square when compared to that of the red square? Now, what's interesting to note is that the corner pieces of the triangle, so if you notice here, 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 and here, touch the edges of the circle. So if we were to rotate this middle triangle a quarter, that means that the pieces would end here, 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 and here. Basically meaning that it would fit inside half of the bigger square outside here. This one here. So we can know that this one is half of this bigger square. But we need to find out how it compares to the biggest square. Well, actually the same principle goes. This square here, you have it again on those four corners. It touches the circle, but if you were to rotate it a quarter, it would touch on these few corners, meaning that again this middle square is half the size of the biggest square. So half times half is 1/4, and that means that the bigger square is 4 times as big. So let's enter. Why does it always say 9? I need to really, maybe this. How do I do a proper 4? 4? There we go. 4 times bigger.
There we go. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Alright, and yeah, here it shows you with it rotated, and then it actually fits. Fine work, thank you. And once you finish the puzzle, you'll open the gate. So that's good. And now that's the mess, so he's gonna open the park for us now. And we get another painting scrap. Alright, hold on 1 second. Alright, the park is ours to explore. And explore we shall in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, a like always helps out a lot. And yeah, if you want to make sure you don't miss the next episode, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys next time then, once Sylvain is done talking. So yeah, he's glad he stopped by because we actually gave him some work to do. But yes, we will investigate the park next time. So see you guys then. Bye.